I want to welcome you to the Relish Life Group Facilitator Training. And we hope this is one of the most valuable trainings you have ever experienced in your life for the work that you'll be doing with Relish Life members and also for yourself. I want you to know right at the beginning that you are definitely in a very fortunate situation already. What has gone into the training that you will be participating in and facilitating is over 200 years of practical experience. Yes, 200 years. Dr. Vincent Folletti, Dr. Al Ray, Shannon Shern, and myself. The techniques, the questions, the way that you'll run the group has been facilitated successfully in over 100 countries. Over 2 million people have benefited from exactly what you are about to learn and will be delivering. Over 1 million people at Health Appraisal, Kaiser Permanente in San Diego. Over 1 million people through all of my books, my workshops, my seminars, and all of the teaching that those teachers have done. We are really working with proven, scientific, best in class, most valuable ways of helping people help themselves. That's the whole method, is you will be facilitating how to help people tap into their own inner wisdom, how to share their inner wisdom, even if just newly discovered in the moment while you're doing the group, with other people who will be discovering their own inner answers, true, authentic inner wisdom. So it's a little bit like us with the group facilitators, or like a maestro of this orchestra. We don't have an instrument in our hands, and yet we are facilitating people playing their own instruments, their minds, their emotions, their bodies, their histories, their challenges, their successes, their failures. We are facilitating, like the maestro, bring out the best in each individual and helping them bring out the best not only in themselves, but the other group members. So the questions that you'll be asking, you'll have one question a week. It'll be a biopsychosocial question. The idea is you're tapping into people's unconscious, deepest answers that have been deep underneath their subconscious and their conscious and their emotions and their thoughts and their family training and their programming and conditioning. Underneath all of that, the gold, the intuition, the creativity is what we are going for with every group, with every question, and you have the opportunity to be the maestro. So it's important, in addition to asking the question, listening for the answers, that you really understand the culture of Relish Life, the culture of every single group that you will be facilitating, you'll be supporting, you will be an integral part of what is happening in people's life. You'll be helping people, helping them help themselves. You'll help their families, their co-workers, their community. You're actually contributing to the world to make it a better place by helping people tap into their inner potentials, their unconscious potentials, by the work that you will be doing. The culture is that we are unconditionally accepting of every single individual and everything they say, feel, think. Unconditional acceptance is the culture. It's very important to understand that. So you already know what unconditional acceptance is because you've experienced it with a pet. You've experienced it with a favorite relative. When I've traveled to India to teach meditators how to go deeper into meditation with my techniques, I learned that enlightenment is unconditional acceptance of yourself. So it's not that we're there or pushing people there, it's the journey, it's the progression of being in the Relish Life group, you facilitating the groups, role modeling, demonstrating unconditional acceptance of every individual, no matter what, no matter how much they weigh, no matter how much success, difficulty, how the week's gone, how the months go. Unconditional acceptance is how you will be treating everybody in the group. That's the culture. The positive view is the realistic view. You're understanding, you're patient, no judgment, no conversations about religion or politics or things that people will become just troubled with or difficult with. It's all about accepting where everybody is, encouraging them to find their own answers, and then watching how that facilitates the group. So you'll be learning what are the first questions to demonstrate what we're talking about right now is, at what age did you first start to gain weight? Why then? Why not 2 years earlier? Why not 2 years later? What was happening in your life at that time? And then just listening and letting them share and going around the group so everybody has a chance to respond and be enlightened by one another's ideas and experiences and challenges and successes. Yeah. When you find out something's really difficult, somebody's having a hard time based on something that just happened this week or today or in their childhood, what impact is that having on your life? Whether it's years or decades later or today, that's another example of your opportunity to be unconditionally accepting with very important questions, being a great listener, no judgment, no rolling of the eyes, no closing off with body language. So you're going to have to practice what you preach. So in your own lives, it's going to be very important that you develop your abilities to be unconditionally accepting, without judgment, of the people in your lives, your pets, yourself. It's the journey that's the goal. So there's a constant progression. We're learning all the time ourselves, learning something new every day, and then being able to be real in the group so people can trust you because they know it's real and they feel safe. Safety is so important in these Relish Life groups. We want this group to be where people always feel safe. Maybe unlike how it was growing up in their families or at work or in their family now or out in the world. We want the groups to be totally safe. 100%. They know every time they come in, they will be accepted unconditionally. So with this in mind, I really want you to understand that we want you to have a great beginning to every group, a great middle in every group, and a great finish of every group. You're going to get information, questions, guided by Shannon Shern, who will give you how to best approach helping people eat intelligently, to enjoy their physical activities, to integrate the mindfulness into their daily lives. You'll be supported by these decades of medical doctors on the Relish Life team who will support your participants with the medication, the medical directions, everything they could ever need from a doctor. They'll have that as well. So it's the bio from the doctors, the psychosocial from us and from the groups. So it's the first time any weight loss program has integrated this holistic approach of a biopsychosocial way of dealing with people. So it's so important that you understand the culture. I call it FCC. FCC stands for friendly, caring, and compassionate. So this is how you will be with other people, with your coworkers, with yourself, with your family, with all the Relish Life people. Because FCC, being friendly, caring, and compassionate, that's what love is. So you are being loving, you are being caring, you are being friendly, you are being compassionate. That's the culture. That's the promise. We want to over-deliver on this promise. We want to make sure that people know we respect every single person in the group. We're training them, facilitating them to understand that self-respect is the most important thing. So every way that you are being FCC, unconditionally accepting, listening, supporting, they will be integrating during every group and into their daily lives. So I want you to understand that you have our support to make sure that you are following through with everything. We'll be reviewing how you do. The Relish Life members will know how you're trained, so they'll know what to expect. So we want everything to grow great for you as a facilitator. You understand the essence, the common denominators of what happens in every Relish Life experience in every group. We want all of the members that get to know you and you develop a connection with to really appreciate and value you because you're helping them so much. You're helping them help themselves. You're helping them learn how to take better care of themselves than they ever have. So the whole program with Relish Life is letting go of physical weight, of course. It's also letting go of emotional weight, of course. It's also letting go of mental weight, of course. So it's everything that a person needs to let go of weight and keep it off. It'll be really easy to sustain the weight loss, unlike any other program, because all of the participants, all of the people in your group will be sustaining the self-respect, the acceptance, the openness, the support. And when all of that gets integrated into somebody's life, like what you are doing in the groups with them, that releases the inner weight.